as you learn from these young guys, like that's the way they communicate. Instead of texting somebody individually, they'll text the group for that individual, and everybody will basically all your information, you're all out there. And I think that allows everybody to feel a sense of comfort around each other because everybody just making jokes, cracking jokes on people, sending funny clips and stuff throughout what they find on Instagram, whatever like that. So it's just a good way for us to stay connected without having to be at dinner or something like that.
Rudy was saying sometimes he'll message you for chat with I screwed something up or something like that. Kyle was telling me last night, when he and Rudy went through their thing 2 years ago, he sent a message to the group chat to kind of smooth things over, ease the tension. Is that a way that you can do something like that? Like that's a forum for that to happen.
Yeah, you have your in-person meetings and you talk as a team and you do all that, and after you get home, somebody might have a thought that slipped them while they're we were in the locker room, and they'll just put something out in the chat saying, hey guys, I need to do this better, or we need to do this as a team. It's a good way to kind of get a PSA out there that everybody can comment on or give their 2 cents, after somebody puts it out.
You guys been working, you had to work through some of the issues.
Yeah, I think it's been common for us to air out any issues we have. But we try to do it in person as much as possible, but I think that's also just a good way to just re-emphasize things through the group chat.
What's the last one? What's the most active group chat you've had since you've been here? You told me Kat likes to send a lot of memes.
Yeah, when Kat was here, it was a lot. Yeah, between Kat and Rudy, they send a lot of stuff, man. So half the time I don't check it unless I know it seems like it's something good, but most of the time it's like random stuff that you just kind of look past.
You're just glancing.
Yeah.
I lied, one more. When you got traded, is it awkward leaving one group chat and then entering another one? What's that process like, having to leave a team group chat?
Right.
And say goodbyes, you just quietly slip out, or how does that work?
You gotta say, you kind of have to say goodbye and exit out of it, and it's weird because you have a bunch of other group chats with guys from other teams that have to do with other things. So it might be a Call of Duty group chat or like golfers group chat or whatever. So like anybody that golf, you have like 3 or 4 guys in that group chat, and we'll be talking about when we're gonna go play next or do something like that. So you'll stay in those because it's just a normal thing. But the large team one, you kind of have to bow out. Yeah.
So you have this one on mute.
What's that?
Yeah, this one muted.
Yeah, I got this one muted right now, man. That's a lot.
What does this team need to be better at some things defensively this season to help or something? Like if you want to be the number one defense, are there areas you can be better at defensively this year?
Well, I think it's like for the personnel we have and the guys that come back, it's the same group of last year. Like you want to try to do the same thing you did last year, but eventually, like guys get older, guys are, I get slower, whatever. Stuff happens, and you have to start, accounting for that and how we're gonna, maybe we got to be more of a gap team this year and help each other on blow-bys and just take care of the paint first and then work our way out to the 3-point line. When a year ago we were, relying on guys individually just to stop a guy and not having to overly help. And we can do both. We just might not have to just rely on 1 or 2 guys for so long as like we could to, last year or the year before. This year we might need to do it more as a unit and be okay with that. Is no matter how good a defender I am, or Rudy or Jaden, like it's okay if we have to send a double team. It's okay if we have to rotate. Like we have to get used to doing that because these guys are good and they're giving us their best shot every night.
What's the biggest difference over the last couple of weeks? With the defense has been really good at that end of the floor. What's kind of triggered it, do you think?
Honestly, I think it's just been, first off, every guy like looked in the mirror and said like I need to be better individually. So individually, guys are taking a little bit more, pride on that end as far as not letting their individual guys score. But as a whole, I think we've been having each other's back. I think when somebody gets beat, Rudy's been there. When Rudy gets beat, we're there for Rudy. And we're finishing possessions. A lot of times we give up a lot of offensive rebounds, and it keeps guys engaged, keeps teams engaged, and gives them opportunities. And we're using those opportunities now to get out and transition. And I think it's helping our offense a lot.
On the other end of the floor, the assists have been up over these last 3 games. Is that just the way the games have played out? What's been behind that, do you think?
Man, it's a lot to do with Ant and Julius. You know, we talked a lot about teams going to send a lot of help to them, a lot of double teams, crowd the paint. Those guys are making easy plays for guys, making it easier on all of us to see the floor, have earlier reads, shoot the ball, drive, pass, like make the game as simple as possible for the rest of the guys. And they've done a great job of taking that leadership role and really putting pace into our offense.
We're going to see Rudy lead the team in assists on a regular basis now.
No.
It's the first time he's ever done it.
Did he let you know that?
He did not, but I found out. Eventually.
Again, defensively, in particular, like you might guard like a shooter, like you might guard like a stretch forward, and there's just like different defensive arrangements that happen. That should be one example of that. Is that part of the answer to, I guess, being able to guard the guys that you might not think of?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird because I'm like one of our best guys to chase over screens and kind of get through screens, and might not be taller than the guy I guard, but at least I can kind of get there before they shoot it and try to eliminate the shot initially. And if I do my job, it works. You know, it really works because we can put Ant, we can put Julius or Jaden on guys that have the higher volume and are going to be looking to make a lot more plays.
You guys allow the Beatles 3-point shots, shot diet of opponent. How much of that is like just staying home, like no one plays there, staying home? Like what goes into being like a team that doesn't allow teams to get off?
It has a lot to do with what we emphasize every day, and that's closing out to that 3-point line, like not to give up a shot, not just to get there to close out and give a contest, is to literally take the 3-point shot away.
That's intentional.
It's intentional to take the 3-point shot out and try to make them drive. It depends on personnel sometimes, but most teams have 40% shooters all across the board, so you're trying to run them off the line and funnel them to our bigger guys and rely on that help.
So you guys probably like play more guys flush than other teams.
Yeah, I would say that. I think we're more on a flush in when we're out in the 3-point perimeter line, pressuring a little bit more, being a little bit more handsy, and because we know we have reinforcements behind us. It's kind of how we have to, we're built that way.
Do you delete the group chats or do you keep them from the back and reminisce sometimes? Kyle said he deletes them.
Yeah, I get out of them, and I don't got time for all that really. It's just too much. Most of the time I put my phone on D&D so I can not be bothered, because there'd be like 1,000 messages in a day, and I just can't deal with it. So I'll kind of mute them if I can.